I've literally been napping, but I need to say this. I just feel like I need to. Anyone who's watching this, if you feel inadequate, if you feel like you're not enough, if you feel terrible, if you feel bad, if you feel restrained, just know that you're not. And I don't know, for me, I think about the reasons why I feel the way I do sometimes. Like just now, I was lying down, I thought, well, I'm not doing enough, I'm terrible, I'm crap. I'm the same person who left my job and started a company and has made £1,000 last week, this week, and next week. I made £3,000 in a single week at some point. And it's not extreme, but all of this has happened in less than a year. I went from nothing to just getting up off my desk and just knocking on doors. The point I'm making is we tend to obsess over the reasons why we're not good enough and then completely forget about why we are. Because if you put it into the broader scheme of things, if we focus on just today and not doing anything, like for example, today's Sunday for me, so I'm not really gonna do anything because I'm a Christian and I'm not like I'm not doing anything business related anyways because that's work and it's the Sabbath. But if we feel bad on a certain singular day, just think about like just zoom past a year from now, because a year ago you weren't where you were now. A year ago I was not where I am now. I felt inadequate a minute ago, but when I think about it, in the grander scheme of things, I'm not, and neither are you. You're not inadequate. Maybe you just feel like what you're doing isn't enough at that point in time because you're comparing your chapter your chapter 1 or chapter 2 to someone's chapter 5 or chapter 6, because again those are still really big chapters. That's a big chapter difference. So don't reject the progress you've already got, and don't stop doing what you're already doing because you want to be somewhere else, because in order to get to that somewhere else you have to progress through the parts where you're transitioning to that somewhere else. When you're going on a hike, you don't expect to get, say there's a beautiful view at the end of this hike that you're looking at. It's like on top of this gorgeous mountain, there's a river, there's a hot spring, and you're at the very start. The hike's, let's say, 15 miles. You want to get to the end. Everyone wants to get to the end. But if you focus on just getting to the end, then that whole hike is going to be patronizing. Say if you're 10 miles into the hike and you're thinking, oh, I'm worthless. You've still walked 10 miles. No one's going to be cheering for you during those 10 miles. Maybe it's just you by yourself and your thoughts, and you're thinking, oh, I feel terrible. But you still walk this 10 miles, and you can stop, you can turn around and go back home, or you can carry on. Maybe it's 5 miles more, maybe it's another 15 miles, maybe it's another 20 miles. You don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. But the fact is, you've still taken steps to get closer to your goal. And for you to then say that you're inadequate and you're not enough, after taking steps, uncomfortable steps, mind you, that nobody has forced you to take but yourself and you've chose to take, you're more than enough. You are. And I truly mean that. As long as you keep taking steps towards your goal, as long as you keep fighting, as long as you keep trying, a lot of hard things are going to happen in life, but just as long as you stay pushing for what it is that you want, as long as you stay just even just small progress. I saw a thing on LinkedIn, it was by Sharan. He works for acquisition.com. I don't remember his last name, but he said that it's not about, this isn't word for word by the way, it's not about doing the most every single day. It's just about showing up every day. It's better to, I don't remember his exact words, but he said something along those lines. It's better to do an action, no matter how small it is. Say if you go to his examples, he went to the gym. If you go to the gym every day, you've still went every day, regardless of if you do 15 minutes on a Monday and then an hour every other day, or like 10 minutes on a Tuesday, 15 minutes on Monday. Like as long as you still make small gradual pieces of effort. There's just no way that's still effort. You haven't slacked off. You've still went. You've still got out of your comfort zone. Even if it's not as massive as, for example, in my example, starting a business, like leaving a job and starting a business, that was a massive point. Getting £3,000 in a week, that is a massive point. And for me to then ignore all of that just because I feel bad on one day, that undermines absolutely everything that you've done. Maybe you're comparing yourself to someone else. Maybe someone else has got a better, more sophisticated, more fancy job title. Maybe your friend started like some extreme tech company where there's like robots and AIs and explosions and rockets, and maybe you've started like a small service business. In my case, like I'm a gardener. Maybe you're a gardener and you feel inadequate. No, you still took steps. It's hard. Business is hard, and you still took the steps. It's not that your niche won't work. It's yourself. But in order for you to say that you're inadequate means that you're basically saying you haven't done anything since when you started. And I don't know you certain. I don't know you for certain. I don't know if you've taken action or not. But if you've taken action and you're upset about how not far you've came, but in reality you've came far. In reality, you've taken steps. Even if they're small, you've taken steps. And I guess the point I'm making is a step is a step. It's like, even if it's just one step a day, it's still a step. It's not like a marathon a day. It's not like 100 miles a day. It's just a single step. But if you take a single step every day of the year, that's 365 steps. If you take 2 steps the next year, that's I can't do maths for the life of me. Like 730 steps. The point I'm making is like, just stay consistent. No matter how bad you feel, stay consistent and you will grow. I felt terrible when starting my business, and now I'm here. Well, like, that to me is insane. I'm not anywhere fancy. I'm still in my house. I'm still in my bedroom. But I've made money from something that I enjoy doing, and it's working. I've made more money than I have from my previous job. So I guess stop being unhappy about how you feel at that certain point in time, about how I feel now. Instead of feeling unhappy about how you currently feel, just take a step back and view the whole picture. Life is like, well, business anyway, is like a stock. It's like, it's not going to continue to go up. You never see Tesla like that. If that was the case, everyone would be buying all the time. Oh, God. It's always going down. But business is like I can't do the graph, but like, you understand the point I'm making. It undulates. It goes up and down. Life goes up and down. It's just up to you whether you can affirm the downs in order to get up again. And my favorite quote of all is, life has its ups and downs. They're called squats.